Hello, welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are going to be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And today, we're heading back into main story. It's time for Chapter 11 and, I guess a slightly bit misplaced World War I? Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be a period to play through. Ooh, I do wonder how... I'm equally as excited to see how they're gonna be depicting this, but also equally as terrified how they're gonna be depicting this, because it is World War I. And just like with any world war, or war in general, it's not pretty. And the world wars were... never something else. Yikes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this chapter is going to be handled, and what we're going to be essentially doing now after the events of Chapter 10 in this now time period, and how everything is going to be developing. Also, I'm excited to see the characters that I obviously already know from from having pulled for them. So that's gonna be interesting to see them properly finally in the story, or stories rather, that they're coming from. But yeah, I'm excited for the chapter. I hope you guys are ready for this as well, to go on to this continuous journey with me. But yeah, also at the same time, we're also very close to being caught up. Very close. This chapter and the next are left, and I think, considering there is obviously going to be some episodes on the collab as well in between this and the next chapter that I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to be caught up. I think I'm going to be caught up by the time that the newest chapter is going to drop into the game, so it's going to be a weird feeling. It's going to be a very weird feeling going forward, knowing that I'm going to be fully caught up and I can actually jump into anything that comes... that comes my way, essentially, from this game. It's definitely gonna be a very weird feeling. 2 years in the making. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. But before we go about any of that, first off, last time we went through quite the story, and man, that was quite a really quite a story. It was definitely a story that has been building up for a long time, honestly. I mean, when was the first time again that Enigma was introduced, like, properly, or shown properly? Like chapter 6, somewhere around there, right? Or 5, I can't remember exactly when. But yeah, his story and everything has been building up for so long, and there were so many elements in the last story that were just finally coming to a fruition. But yeah, it was a big story, and I'm honestly very happy that I sat down to do it in one single go, because it definitely left probably a way better impression on me by doing it in one single sitting. It wasn't that long of a story anyway. I mean, it was 14 stages. The episode was like, what, barely over 4 hours. So yeah, it wasn't too long, and I'm just happy that I did it in one single sitting. I saw a lot of comments as well on the previous episode surrounding the story, the depictions and stuff like that. And one such comment came from Orange Giant, who said, "I love Enigma, you love Enigma, we all love Enigma." The story chapter has been on my mind every day since I finished reading, because it's just that good. The use of doors for locking Enigma in a physical and mental room to hide in as a form of escapism, called by Semmelweis, to the use of the divide between Foundation and LSCC, Human and Arcanist, Enigma and Greta, and all to end with Greta doing what she loved and providing for those who come after, in this case it being Enigma himself, and how he naturally reached the same answer Greta herself reached way long ago. It's such a great story between siblings who thought were different from each other, but were so much closer than they ever thought. And the string, tying back to the string theory, connecting the two siblings was our baby bean Marcus, reminding Enigma to open that door and let himself out. This story is one of my all-time favorites, right next to Cosmic Overture, and I always love it when they give a spotlight to the human characters in a world populated by Arcanists. I look forward to whatever else Bluepock is cooking next. Well, apparently, the next thing they're cooking is a collab with 2 robo-waifus to add to our already existing robo-waifu. But yeah, jokes aside, I'm just in general always looking forward what next they're gonna be bringing out as either a side story or, well, I guess in the case of the main story, I am soon gonna be in the boat of looking forward what the next main story chapter is gonna be. But yeah, I'm just in general always looking forward to what they're gonna be bringing out with both character stories and side story stuff, and how it's gonna be depicted. So far, I had a very very enjoyable journey with this game, is all I can say, and it has been pretty interesting and fun to go through the whole story, and also heartbreaking a lot of times. But yeah, like I also said earlier, this story definitely, for Enigma, definitely was a build-up for a long time. One thing I would love to add as well here about that story is I did enjoy how they were handling the pre-storm protocol stuff, because obviously not everybody will be playing through that game mode, despite the fact that pre-storm protocol right now is a permanent fixture in here, and I think you can get all of the endings in here. I haven't looked at it honestly properly, but I think you can get all of the endings in here as well. At least I did look at the catalog for the endings, and they were all there, so I just presume you can play this now and get all of the endings. For the first time I get the like full-on story. But yeah, I did enjoy how they were handling the pre-storm protocol stuff, how it was intermixed into the story, because obviously for people who haven't played through those game modes or haven't been paying attention to the story in those game modes, it's pretty important to bring that in, because it's part of the narrative. But yeah, like you also said, the whole symbolism that they were doing with the doors was very, and how other people have also pointed out in the comments, was very well handled as well. This form of being trapped inside of our room, essentially by your own making, and all it takes is, even though it's a very heavy to make step sometimes in life, all it takes is just opening the door and seeing the light, stepping out of those four corners that are keeping you locked in, essentially. But yeah, honestly, the story was well handled. Funnily enough, as well, I think I said it as well in the previous part, it's not just a story that was Enigma's story, like handling his whole shtick, but it was also a story of finally getting more of a backstory on Greta, and also finally being able to say goodbye to Greta as well on top of it. Because just thinking back, I don't remember a single time where we had like a moment to properly breathe after she passed away in chapter 6, right? So seeing what they did here and giving her a final goodbye as well was also very well handled, honestly. It was a long time coming. It was definitely a long time coming, is all I can say. But yeah, a very welcome thing. But anyway, Orange Giant, thank you very much for that very nice comment. And to everyone else who enjoy the crow impressions or the raven impressions, however you want to call them, thanks. I think I saw either one or two comments on the last episode saying that the impression was spot on. Look, whenever Mr. Ludwig decides to reappear in the story, the Jacob Raven will not be far off. I cannot help myself with that guy. Good God, it's just a raven head. He just has a raven head. I was just dying on the inside. Oh, but yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm both sorry and I'm not sorry, but the raven will return. That's a promise. Anyway, before we also head into anything right now, very quickly question here. This war room thing. I have no idea what this is because I've never properly looked at it outside of picking up the rewards from the tactical telegram. So if someone can fill me in if there's anything worthwhile to look at. I know that there is this deciphering thing that I could look at, but I am not sure which entries I could look at right now. So I'm not gonna attempt it, let's put it that way, but I know it exists. I am just not sure which ones I could look at. Just to be on the safe side. So if someone can just give me the very short form of you can look at this and that, and I'll read through that in the next episode. Speaking of stuff like that, I was asked to look at a trailer on over on Discord, which I've only seen the thumbnail of the thing, and I think it's the trailer for the animated series that they announced. I think it's the opening or something. I'm trying to remember what the title said of the whole thing. But anyway, I'll take a look at it. Well, I'll take a look at it as usual with trailers at the end of today's part. I'm definitely curious how that looks. The characters having a bit of a almost chibi-esque style to them. Looks very funny in the thumbnail, so yeah, that's gonna be at the end of today's part. But anyway, before also we head into this chapter, I took a peek at this little thing here because it was glowing earlier, but I stopped it because I didn't want to watch the whole thing without recording it and everything. Let's do this little thing, this little button here that is apparently a recap of the previous arc of the story before heading into our next arc. So, let's see this whole thing.
Arcana isn't dead. Which path do you think the Timekeeper will eventually take, Lieutenant?
Soon comes the Sufferer's enlightenment!
And return to the one and only home.
The Sufferer's only enlightenment is... you guys die, I get to live.
Also received intel indicating Manus Vindicta's presence in São Paulo. A writer for their teen magazine said to be a blind woman named Urt.
She said the latest piece was sent from a veteran's residence in Sao Paulo.
Mr. Carson?
Could it be that the storm doesn't kill people? At least, not physically.
I trust in Verton's decision.
Kill her.
Let go of her!
How dare you!
Ah, funny. These are all
traitors.
These are all snippets from all the trailers.
We couldn't halt Igor's escape.
It's been confirmed that the Dr. Doras he took is none other than Ms. Erd. On a separate note, Moth, our mole planted within Manus Vindictae, has sent us some new information.
I am willing to do anything for their return.
Sure you are.
Doras, was I mistaken? I've never seen two people so alike.
Its full name is the Panopticon of
There is
Kamala.
no truer home to
If
literature
things are playing
than a
out just
prison.
like my novel, then...
He is
maybe
back.
Olive is in fact still here.
Here's Olive.
Are you the one controlling the Panopticon with the die? The one hiding Miss Doras' whereabouts?
Why do you resist receiving its answer?
Let's put a stop to this, Aleph. What exactly did the Manus promise Dr. Doras?
A chance for her to remember her duty.
She was leaving. She was headed.
Oh, this is an actual just... I accidentally left-clicked. This is an actual...
to Antarctica.
There you'll find Manus Vindictae.
This is an actual built-in video. I didn't even realize. That's kind of funny. I thought it was just a cutscene playing, but this is an actual built-in video. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Its largest stronghold and the site of their ritual.
Like some kind of sacrifice.
That's why
Ugh.
I need to get it to the Timekeeper. Should the worst happen, at least we can minimize the damage.
Ugh.
Who would ask a common moth its name? Maybe I'll see just a little bit more.
Nautica! Come back!
What have I forgotten? Seems you've already made up your mind.
I have.
Hold them off while Rurik works on the record.
No, this can't be my calling.
Return us to the Blind Era, where Arcanists reign as masters of old. Return us to paradise.
Oh god, that shot.
Is this worth more than your life?
Oh.
I believe it is. And seek the answer you must seek.
So even if in the end, the path I walk leads me nowhere, I will pursue the unknown, no matter where it takes me.
We did it!
It's the storm. The flood transformed into it.
The ritual has been halted, just as it was in 1999.
We shall meet again, Burton. In a world that is rightfully ours.
Oh, that was an interesting overlap there between the two voice lines. Huh. Basically the same meaning but slightly different. Very interesting. Okay, well, anyway, mind refreshed. Let's see the next chapter a long way. Uh-huh. Strategic Sandbox. Okay, what can I click on this yet? No, clear the stage to unlock. Okay, so this will soon unlock then. Okay, so but judging by the title, we are definitely continuing right after the previous events. Okay, Burton Sonetto and a certain someone there in the office. Why are these two down here highlighted? Are these the other Foundation heads? I'm guessing, probably? Let's see. After the flood. A new era bearing many marks of another time caught in an endless spiral of war. Okay.
Everyone imagines their future.
Oh shit.
In most, they grow up. They make friends. Get married. And hope to make their fathers and grandfathers proud. We enter this new era full of those same hopes for our future. We had no idea what lay in wait for us. We called it the triumphant opening to the greatest era in history. A rite of passage for every man to be. Join us in an adventure side by side, bound by courage and loyalty. Return home victorious, and let your legend be told for generations to come. That was the future we imagined. Now, those sweet and fitting lies have melted away. Barely more than children, we find ourselves bound, not for adventure, but for an open grave of mud and ruin. Those of us who were lucky, or unlucky, to survive this battlefield, were forged into something new. Numb, cruel, corrupted. The earth became fire and mud, and all of us devils. What was it that we wanted from this war? To be remembered and celebrated as heroes? Or to forget and be forgotten? The answer may seem obvious, but the question itself lies at fault. Because death, meaningless death, came for thousands of us, every day. And we knew. We soldiers never had a choice.
That is definitely an opening. I was kinda enraptured by the speech there. Hi there, Mesmer. Okay, yeah, they're laying it on very thick immediately from the beginning. This is not gonna be This is not gonna be a happy-go-lucky chapter. Alright, at least not the beginning. What's this now? Oh, hey, hi. Ice and iceberg? A huge iceberg. Yes, huge iceberg.
Anything else?
Water, a flood that drowns the entire era. Yeah?
Is the era gone?
No, ... no. No.
Well then, what year is it now?
1920. 1920.
Subconscious stable. No sign of invasive illusions. Cognition reality match rate normal.
Is she doing a test on her because because Verton was submerged essentially in the water for a while? Maybe? Like she was pretty much at the epicenter of the whole thing.
Our test subject awakens.
Ward Rehab Center. Oh god.
Last question. What's this?
An elephant! An animal, a monster, the shadow of death. Okay, I don't have to be that edgy. An animal.
An elephant.
Okay, you could have just given me the answer to say the elephant. Okay, anyway. Her questionnaire realizes she should have expected nothing less than a blunt answer.
Correct. A plain and simple answer like that is an excellent sign.
This test isn't like the others, from the artificial somnambulism we used to go through.
It's a special examination we've prepared for all personnel involved in the Antarctic operation. It wasn't my idea, by the way.
Okay, so that's why it's different. She powers down her equipment, the whirs and hums of its electric current fading with a soft drone.
I would say, based on your recovery so far, you could have been discharged a week ago, but we had strict orders to complete our entire course of treatment outlined in the medical manual. Whatever it is that hides under the Antarctic, it didn't do any additional harm to your mental health. You're lucky, you know. Many others have suffered irreversible damage that will limit their day-to-day lives.
Yeah, it's fine. The Eldritch horrors cannot cannot impact the other Eldritch horror. Now that would be a that would be a twist. Verton just being a different type of Eldritch horror. That's why she doesn't get affected by anything. But no, probably not.
What about Nautica and Miss Stranger?
I have no access to Miss Stranger's information. All I know is she's been sent to another department for treatment.
Miss Stranger is just in a room surrounded by all the people she wronged. Yikes. That's her interrogation. Just surrounded by the people who have a bone to pick with her. Good god. Also, you guys better be nice to Nautica.
As for Nautica, she's doing great.
Yeah? You better be nice to her. Mesmer Jr. offers her judgment in plain terms.
Where is she now? Does she have enough space to stretch?
Mr. Hoffman cleared out a lecture hall for her. I wouldn't call it a palace, but it's spacious enough to meet her needs.
Good.
Too bad, though. Now she's being cornered in there by every arcane biologist, ancient myth enthusiast, and crazy ritualist we have on staff.
Not good.
I guess they've decided she's an invaluable opportunity to learn more. You do have access to that hall if you really want to know how she's doing. Just go knock on her door. She's also been asking about you.
Aww, the sweetheart. The therapist averts her gaze and shifts away to end the conversation as she begins to tidy the ward. A soft knock at the door breaks the awkward tension.
Timekeeper?
Mesmer says nothing.
Come on in, Sonetto.
The splash of orange from her hair is a welcome break from the dull grey and white. Sonetto casts a polite glance toward her old classmate.
Hi, Mesmer. How's the Timekeeper doing?
She's good to go. Thank you. Just a minute.
Sonetto recalls today's agenda.
Timekeeper, Madam Z said the Storm investigation team is back. She's waiting for you in Madam Vice President's office.
Let's head that way then.
You two have fun. Take care.
See you later, Mesmer. Mesmer Jr. sees the guests out, staying behind to auto-scroll my text. Staying behind to wrap up her final tasks. The aftershocks of the 10th storm still ripple through the Foundation. Though they've long grown used to changing times, the staff move through the geometric corridors less like a well-oiled machine and more like a clogging artery.
There's so much tension in the air now.
I suppose because this storm was different from the ones we've seen before. I look forward to hearing what Madam Z has to say about it.
I don't intend to waste my time on this anymore.
Oh, this looks like a Foundation Commissioner. This is like a new character. I guess this was one of the two characters in the corridor?
Huh?
The committee member strides out of the office, his face completely distorted, in contrast to his neat uniform. Another man rushes behind him, doing his best to keep his space in check.
Please, I thought we reached an agreement, Aranai.
Hey, Pedra, you deny. However, the one he is chasing has already reached the fork at the far end of the hall.
Naturally, I accept the committee's decision. If you really think we don't have to prioritize the Manus, then be my guest.
Our top priority is to restore peace and order to this era. You should know that.
We're at war, Mr. Pacifist. One far more dangerous than you could possibly conceive.
Pacifist? What do you mean, pacifist?
Yurinai doesn't respond. He turns down the left path and disappears from view. The pacifist committee member gives up his chase and takes the other path.
The room they just came out of, is that...
It does appear so. The Vice President's office. Let's go.
After you.
Alright. The expected occupant is nowhere to be seen. Only her chief of staff waits inside.
Very nearly perfect timing, Burton. Sonetto. I had heard that the rehab center cleared you for release. But it's all the more reassuring to see it for myself.
Hello once again, Madam Z. The signs of the fierce argument that took place linger in the mess of documents strewn over the table.
Madam Z, we saw Iranai and Pedra at the door.
Let's not talk about them for now.
Understood. So, the Storm investigation team has returned?
Correct. Thanks to the field agent squad and our investigators. We've collected enough proof to verify your hypothesis. History has changed. The 10th storm has brought us to an entirely different 1920 than we knew. One with the war still raging that should have long been over.
Okay, yeah, I wonder... Actually, now that they're putting it this way, she's probably gonna say it in a moment. At least I hope she's gonna say it in a moment. I wonder if, considering this seems to be World War I now, I wonder if it started at the same time, because of the same reasons, but never stopped, and it's still ongoing, or if it actually did completely get displaced in time and it started just at a later date.
Do we understand why history has changed?
The Plus has two hypotheses. The first centers on the ritual held in the Antarctic. Despite being interrupted, its flood might have changed the storm's nature, which has resulted in an even greater deviation from history as we knew it. Don't look so discouraged. That would be much better than the other theory.
So, if I'm understanding this right, according to that theory, or this theory that she just brought up, it's basically a thing if the rituals get stopped, like pretty much in their initial moments, the resulting storm that comes from stopping that flood is way more in line with how history should be. But if the ritual keeps going on and the flood keeps actually progressing further and further, it distorts time more. Okay, what's the other theory then?
After her revival, Arcana may have obtained the power to use the storm to alter the course of history.
That is scary. That is scary if that would be the case. Oh, no. That would be absolutely... Nah, that's not something I want to see. Holy moly. Having power over time itself? Ugh.
If that is the case, in all likelihood, that means this war
is likely a result of intentional manipulation by Arcana. Manus Vindictae is trying to bring more chaos to the world.
Hello, Constantine. The solemn room welcomes its master.
It's been a long time since we last met in this room, Timekeeper.
Yeah? Yeah, it really has been.
It seems like nothing has changed.
But there's no time to dwell on that. I have some critical updates for you. This war may be close to its end. Though the fighting continues, we've begun engaging each side's leaders, and we believe a truce is possible. There will be a peace talk, and the committee has decided to act as its mediator. Peace is always the Foundation's top priority. After this situation is stabilized, we'll pool our resources and focus on the Manus.
I see. How's the progress so far?
The Chief of Staff answers on her behalf for this minor detail.
Our branch leaders have built lines of communication, and we have reached an agreement on some of the terms with their respective governments. Pedro will go to meet the commanders on behalf of the Foundation, with the aim to reach a lasting truce by the end of the month. If everything goes well, we may be able to restore peace before the new year.
Now is the time to ask the question that's been lingering in her mind.
As we arrived, I heard Iranai call Pedro a pacifist. Does Iranai disagree with the Foundation's policy regarding the war?
It isn't a matter of the policy, but the means by which we achieve it, to be precise.
Okay.
How do you mean?
He and a few others believe all attempts to restore peace are bound to fail unless we destroy the Manus first.
I mean, not really a bad statement, because as long as the Manus are around, the resulting chaos that they are causing, that they need essentially, is always gonna keep on returning, so he isn't wrong there, but yeah.
In short, he wants to do things the tough way.
Oh, this was this was the end of the cutscene. Okay. Oh, now we have the Sandbox, whatever this is. Hey, oh, I'm excited. Is it gonna be a new voice? Is it gonna be a new voice? Yet another war.
Ah, a visitor. How unexpected. There's nothing here now. Only the ashes of war. What is it you want from a place like this?
Ooh. A very snippy voice. And we're back to a female voice as well. I can't quite place the accent though. It's either French or German? Interesting. I mean, considering where we're gonna be going with the story, I presume there's gonna be a lot of French and German in the mix. New voice, let's go.
Run along now. Back to your school books. Or a swing in a playground, perhaps. This is no place for a girl like you.
Uh-huh. I don't know you. This certainly is bleak. Okay, I want to see what she says to this certainly is bleak. Then we're gonna check out the other one. I want to see what what the response is gonna be to I don't know you. The scenery is bleak.
Then you and I are in agreement. The stench of rust and burned flesh is quite unbearable. Even the maggots squirming over the soldiers' corpses have summoned all their strength just to crawl away. But the entire world is in ruins now. I have nowhere else to go. And it seems you're stuck here with me. You poor sap. You trekked to the end of the world. Fought a pointless war, and for what? A broken spinning wheel? Even that they took away from you, along with the girl clinging to life by a thread, before sending you off to the next battleground.
Oh, they took the... I mean, it makes sense that they would do that. So they took away the wheel. And yeah, Nautica is also technically imprisoned right now, so I kind of feel sad for her.
I hope that rusty old thing holds some kind of secret to saving the world or ending this war. Maybe then you can take on another career before you die. A watchmaker, perhaps.
Sure. Okay, let me repeat this discussion. I want to see the other option. I don't know you.
Naturally. I am no celebrity.
What did I expect?
I'd prefer to keep it that way. Fame is of no interest to me. Just an opportunity for greater harassment.
Okay, it sounds German. I think this is a German accent.
But the entire world is in ruins now. I have nowhere else to go. And it seems you're stuck here with me. You poor sap.
Okay, and here it repeats.
A watchmaker, perhaps.
A watchmaker, perhaps. The war will end one day. I have reasons to continue the fight.
I've nothing more to say. Would you kindly leave me alone for a while?
Interesting voice, though. Legit question. What is the community dubbing this voice? The last guy was called the Veteran. What is this woman gonna be, or what is this woman being called?
I have no tea or snacks to offer. I can't even recall what they taste like. Go on. Savor the war. There'll be another after this. No need to worry about things going exactly as you'd like.
Okay, very interesting. Also very exciting. We have a completely new voice, which makes sense. They have been changing every time one of these storms happened, so that's fun. Okay, so what is this? 11th October 1920, Strategic Sandbox. What am I looking at? Tap the time gauge on the mechanism to change the sandbox's displayed period. The sandbox displays all events occurring during the selected period. Tap any event to view its details. Huh. Use the timeline selector to browse between the recorded story versions. Future updates will automatically archive new timelines here. Okay. In period details, you can view the key events of that period and the main characters involved. Okay, so the compass here. Some events happen outside the sandbox. You will find them marked on the compass. Okay, this whole window. Use the timeline selector to browse between recorded story versions, or switch to all entries to show all main story moments. Interesting. The sandbox records all cleared main story chapter periods from the Roots of the Tale series. Switch between these recorded moments to review corresponding events in the sandbox. Okay, sandbox event types. Milestones, key events that take place during specific periods. Alright. observations, recordings of conversations between characters during specific periods, encounters, random events that take place during specific periods, dispatches, events that require dispatching characters for intel. Hylia. Characters, an event type that unfolds from a specific character's point of view, creating unique movement paths tailored to them. Interesting. Okay, what does it say? Character. Okay, written. Period details. October 11th, 1920. The Timekeeper and the team returning from the Antarctic are put through a special psychological test. During this process, the Timekeeper learns that the 10th storm has led them to the wrong version of 1920, where a war that should have ended is still going on. This chronal, that's interesting. I mean, they're calling it as Chronos, which means time, but yeah, this chronal distortion causes growing tension within the Foundation. The Doves push for peaceful approaches while the Hawks argue for armed action. It results in a tense deadlock between the two factions. Interesting to call them that. Okay, so that's here. All entries. Okay, so that lists everything down below. That's fine. Let's see. Burton. Okay, this is the 11th. The following is a report compiled by Foundation administrative staff. Upon returning, oh, this is what I just read. Okay, period. Okay, that puts that there. Okay, let's see. Node. After returning from the Antarctic, the 10th storm has brought Team Timekeeper to an entirely different 1920 than the new one that does not match the history books. Yeah. Okay, what is this? Foundation. Okay, same date. The Antarctic flood has shifted the timeline back to the year 1920, triggering heated discussions within the Foundation over how to respond to Manus Vindictae's activities. However, internal disagreements are making it difficult for the group to reach a clear decision. Inside the office, Constantine and Z brief Burton on the strange situation, a warped version of 1920 and a drawn-out war that no longer matches any known history. They suggest that the cause might be linked to the newly emerged storm or perhaps connected to Arcanist's unexpected resurgence. Although the true source of timeline disruption remains uncertain, the Foundation now aims to end the prolonged warfare and stabilize this altered era. Okay. And what's this? Dispatch from St. Paulo Foundation. So far we still haven't fully understood it's Ulrich. So far we still haven't fully understood Manus Vindictae's activities in the Antarctic, nor the impact of the flood. Given the current situation, we require a more detailed and complete report from someone present during this event. To a rational fellow flute. Dispatch? Oh, I can... Oh, this functions like, what was it? The anecdotes during events. Okay. Can I dispatch Ulrich or Buddy Fairchild to reduce required time? I mean, sure, why not? I'll send both of them out. You get to leave your island. You get to join them. 5 seconds, huh? There we go. Field reports, experiment reports, budget forms, overage slips, fuel bills. I've written so many reports and signed my name more times than I can count. I wish someone cared how I feel, but considering how important communication is, maybe there really are key things missing from my reports. Once I submit this last one, I think I'll go sit in a different vessel for a while, just to reset and get back in the work mindset again. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny that he goes into that he leaves his current container just to go and chill, huh? Also, looking at this map, what do we even have here? Hill 299? That sounds familiar. Underground fortress? No Man's Land, Windmill Plain, Village, Foundation Safe Zone, Graveyard, Trenches A, Forest, Gargoyle Monastery? Okay, interesting naming. I'm presuming the Gargoyle Monastery is gonna be tied to our dear Gargoyle. Also, okay, so what do we have when I swap to this? So this is seven days later, huh? Okay, let's go from left. Rory, did you hear about what's going on over in the east? Fabian. Ah, you mean how the railway is falling apart, cutting off the grain supply, or how they're so short on Shire horses they're using crossbreeds to plow the fields? No, I mean the fighting's gotten even worse out there. Oh, you should worry about this wave of attackers in front of us first, my friend. Okay. Okay, an excerpt from two people on the front. What are these two? Mesmer. The Foundation is optimistic about the future of artificial somnambulism. To provide better logistic support for Team Timekeeper, we hope to receive a technical report summarizing all relevant experiments carried out on them so far. To paranoid researcher. Alright. Dispatch Mesmer, sure. Seems like even the Foundation has a sense of humor, wanting to get their hands on artificial somnambulism. It's a diagnostic method at its best, a scientific technique to evaluate mental health. It doesn't have much to do with what Arcanists deal with. The fact that they even want this tech just proves how bad things have gotten out there. But I'm not handing over any report. Why? Simply, I don't care for irrational Arcanists. Thank you, Mesmer. Sonetto. From Z. The Hawks are inclined to intervene in this war through military means, which will inevitably involve recruitment. We need to act before they do any before they do and identify Arcanists who could strengthen the Foundation's show of force. We cannot allow this war to escalate unchecked. To top prodigy. Dispatch Sonetto, okay. Mr. J from Height Street is gutsy. I do believe he would accept such a mission. Miss Flutterpage could be a skilled messenger, while Miss Radio would be adept at picking up signals from the battlefield. It seems that Madame Z wants to make contact with these Arcanists before the Hawks get to them, so they don't end up fueling the flames of war. This is all part of the internal power struggle within the Foundation. For the Timekeeper's sake, I should probably keep this quiet. Interesting that I would go for members who are technically, basically, I mean, they are part of the Foundation, but they're also part of Team Timekeeper, right? Almost makes me feel a bit desperate, huh? All right. With that side activity done, old boots. Okay, we've swapped to the front line. We are in the trenches. Good God. Oh, this reminds me right now that I'm looking at the trenches, this reminds me of a horror game I wanted to play at some point. There's a pixel horror game that is, I can't remember its name though, I'm gonna have to dig for that. That is, the setting is the trenches. You're playing as a guy in the trenches who is going, I think is going insane, and it's definitely horror. It's both psychological horror and war horror and a lot of other elements. It looked interesting. I think it was also getting good reviews from what I remember. Anyway, old boots. They once belonged to an unfortunate soul, but perhaps they will grant you better luck. Oh god, that flashed on the screen all of a sudden. Trenches. Oh, this looks great. Soldiers lay a corpse on a dry wooden plank, making an effort to place their fallen comrade in something resembling a peaceful pose. Oh yeah, the other thing, this now reminds me of the trenches and everything. After a bajillion million years, the second season of Tanya the Evil has started. This scene just reminded me now of it. The plank formed from dismantled ammo crates has been formed into a makeshift sledge complete with a small set of wheels. Oh hey, Charon. The handler stands resolutely by the body at the edge of the trench, his tattered cloak making him look the part of a Grim Reaper. He kneels, prying off the soldier's dog tag, and pockets the bottom half. Franz Schreier.
This is all we could find. Can you take care of him, Charon?
Oh yeah, right, Charon was German, so this is gonna be the German side, I guess.
Natürlich. He will be given a proper burial.
Oh, interesting. Right, his head is covered by a cloth, so they can't see. Actually, I do wonder now if the people around him know that he is, that he's awakened. I guess we're gonna see.
I thought they said this war would end before the winter came.
A now familiar gloom seeps out from behind Rudolph's thick glasses, like tears. Franz lies still, indifferent to the scene. Another soldier shoves his way through their small crowd, puffing with frustration, places another leg on the board, completing the set. Then, without a word, he removes the boot from the corpse's other leg, matching it with another.
Now he'll be ready for the march home. You sure that was Franz's leg?
Oh, I see. He was pairing a detached leg with the body. I see. Yikes. The kind-hearted Captain Willem looks at his soldier in horror.
Better be. I risked my life up there grabbing it. He promised I could have his boots if he got scraped off.
Mein Gott. I remember when he said that.
He starts to say something but swallows it back. The soldiers huddle together in the narrow bend of the trench.
But...
Charon's words come out in a slow drip, seemingly unaware of the conversation around them.
Andreas went missing in the last attack. The body will be impossible to move off the front lines without him.
Your pony could pet its worm food.
Shut up, Erich!
Please, don't worry. There will be somewhere quiet nearby. But it may take a while to find it.
Take your time, Charon. The weather's cool these days.
Willem attempts a pat on Charon's shoulder. Not far away, Major Eberhard Braun, the company commander, sits on an empty water drum, his eyes fixed coldly on the trench wall ahead. He drops a cigarette butt and stands.
Charon, come here.
Jawohl.
He responds to his superior.
You remember Montpey? The town near Aria?
Gewiss. We fought there in the warmth of summer. Our Oberstleutnant died in that battle. You were in charge of a company, until you were injured and sent to recover. There were many graves to be dug, but the days were warm and dry.
It was a hard fight to drive our enemy from that town. A damn good one. Even if our lines have only moved a short distance past it since.
But why this talk of Montpey all of a sudden?
Army Command has decided to attend a parley held by the Foundation in Montpey. Colonel Hirschfelder will be present on behalf of our nation. We've handed it over to the Foundation. They're calling it a safe zone.
Many hope that peace will come before the winter.
The Major's response is blunt.
The only end to this war I can accept is victory. Total victory over our enemies. They say we've broken through on the Eastern Front. We only need to push our advantage and they'll collapse. Once we've freed up all that manpower and material, we'll be able to crush our enemies here too.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's gonna be probably a lot of people like him, or, well, people in probably a leading military position like him that are gonna be gunning for actual victory and not just peace talks, because they probably feel like way too many lives have been lost and way too much has been wronged to just call it there, right? Ugh.
We may run ourselves dry of ammo and blood before then, sir. No cries of victory are loud enough to wake the dead.
Winning here is a part of something far bigger than you could understand.
I am trying not to laugh, but the avian race is sending its regards. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, this guy is screaming like the screaming to be like the prim and proper German, right? Blonde hair, baby blue eyes. God. That was a period, wasn't it? There are still people around these days who are screaming for stuff like this. Anyway, he looks proper.
Is it? When you returned to the front after your injury, you came with eyes red as a furnace. You wore an old face, a mask of war. You haven't worn that mask in many years, since before our first taste of battle and blood. A whole class volunteered. Nothing more than schoolboys. We marched obliviously into the killing field. You should rest.
The Major's already thin lips pressed together into a sharp blade-like line.
Enough with the poems, soldier. I called you with an order. You must go to Montpellier. Herr Mühlenberger sent us a package, and I need someone to fetch it for me. I know you'll do your duty for the fatherland, my friend. Take as many bodies with you as you can. We can't leave them rotting in the trenches. Dismissed.
The Major gets up and moves down the trench.
Montpellier looks like it had been a nice little town. Before the war. Now, its old streets and laneways are pocked with craters and crumbling buildings. Cruel reminders of the brutal battles that raged through it. Silent screams still echo to me from its laneways. A reminder that a man who has seen war will only find peace when he is dead and buried.
Foundation safe zone. Also very interesting. I thought that was because of because of how the dialogue was handled at the bottom. I thought that was an actual cutscene playing, but no, that was I had to actually manually go through there. The town has seen the worst of the war, but with the sudden influx of traffic and activity, it seems to breathe new life. The streets barely cleared and are swarming with uniforms, some military, and others checkered grey and white.
Are you looking for help, sir?
Who's this? His head creaks in the direction of the voice, finding a young woman, likely a medic. Oh, is it... Well, actually, I'm gonna see. I think I have a feeling I know who that is. Her golden badge marks her as the Foundation's employee, but even more striking is the armor layered over her coat.
Hold on, soldier.
Yep.
I'm Krankenschwester Marsha.
Please show your face so I can verify your identity.
Face?
Guten Tag, Schwester. What lies beneath this mask will not give you the answer you seek. Here, let this serve for identification.
He rummages out a notebook from his coat, retrieving a folded ID card from within.
Major Eberhard Braun is waiting on a package from Montpé. He sends his NCO to collect it. He did not say from whom.
She receives it, studying the card.
I see. Your name is Paul.
Charon. That is the name the soldiers use, and the one you should use as well. The name you see there doesn't belong to this war any longer.
Interesting. So he had a different name before?
I've heard your name before.
She returns the document, then scans around as she brings her hands.
You'll find plenty of packages here. Go ahead and look for whichever one belongs to your Major Braun. But there'll be more paperwork to sign before you can leave with it. If you're willing to wait, things will get moving again once the parley has finished.
Time is a resource the dead have in abundance.
He looks back at her, his body seeming almost rooted to the spot.
Are you certain you're a right soldier?
The war has taken its toll, but there's nothing you can do to fix these old wounds. You said that you are a medic, Schwester Marsha. Is that why you ask?
Yes, of course. Ordinarily, I would be at a clinic, but I was asked to lend a hand here.
Where are the dead from your clinic laid to rest?
She reflects on his words.
We don't have any yet, by the grace of God. Though, I don't expect that to remain the case. There's a bare slope just outside of town. I noticed it when we first arrived here. It could serve that purpose were someone to die.
That is good to hear.
That someone might die?
The delayed reply leads to misunderstanding.
No. The slope. A quiet place is needed. Many of us from the front lines could find rest there.
You mean your brothers in arms?
All who need burial are my brothers in arms, though they may have once fought on different sides. Should there be any in your clinic that need it, they will find rest there too. In a coffin under a marker to remember their place as is fitting, if you will allow it.
So be it. You're offering them more decency than most others would. I'll show you the spot.
I mean, he's aptly named Charon. He ferries the souls down the river Styx. Forest outside the safe zone. The outskirts of Montpé, I think that was how you say it. Dense woods conceal most obvious traces, yet small sounds are amplified.
Who's there?
Oh, hello.
You've run late.
Oh, hello.
I barely made it. This whole area is under heavy guard.
The soldier squints, eyes narrowing at the gray and blue uniformed figure ahead.
Where's Hector? He never mentioned you. Give me the countersign.
He raises his weapon, framing the stranger in his sights.
You hear me? Who the hell are you?
Yet his target is unfazed.
2 paths lie ahead for you.
What are you talking about?
In one, you lead me to your commander. In the other...
She lowers her rifle and bows her head in a motion almost like prayer.
You are led into perdition.
Okay. It stuns the soldier for a moment. Okay, so she's facing him with her weapon now, huh? Oh, nice. Bullet. Oh, that's the battle, huh? Oh, that immediately give you a assistant version of her, huh? What are the enemies? loyalty seeker, a self-declared believer in some unsaid ideal, waiting for orders and clarity from his superiors. Perhaps that's why he's so eager to demonstrate his value through acts of loyalty. Okay, same enemy. Taken by storm. Funny name. Trench defense. Relentless firepower. Okay. Alright. No? Battlefield effect. Reveal. Hi, Manus member with, okay. Is this a bit of a spoiler? Revealed. Decreases damage taken reduction when losing revealed, gains deceptive facade. Okay. Deceptive facade. Each stack increases damage taken reduction after being attacked, loses 1 stack, stackable up to 3 times. When losing all stacks of deceptive facade, inflicts revealed. I see. Well,
My sight shall unveil the hidden.
Kaboom!
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Okay. Well, now I have a better channeled.
To the heart of you. A short hit. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Damn. Okay. Well, keep on channeling.
The hidden by God's grace. Now is the time for repentance. A short hit.
Rip, buddy. Rip. You never stood a chance. You absolutely did not stand a chance. Okay, not gonna need it for this round, but might as well prepare for the next one.
Le destin tu gargouille. Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
If there's even gonna be a next one. Yep, rip.
A worthy victory. But the fight is far from over.
You know, I kind of forgot that she has this blue uniform in her normal in her normal attire. The final gunshot rings through the thick forest, then fades away. She crouches, retrieving a pouch from the fallen enemy. In the mass of documents and maps, she finds the note she needs.
Foundation. Parley. Hirschfelder.
After reading it, she looks northeast. Beyond
Today.
Yes, today. Beyond the tree line lie the ruins of Montepio. Okay, good. Managed to read. I managed to read very quick. That auto-scrolling bullshit, I hate it. Every single time. What is this? Best wishes. Rumors, entertainment? Seemingly trivial or deeply meaningful outpourings. The soldier back from the dead. This is gonna be on Charon. Let's see. The redacted name. Being stuck in recovery is boring, but at least it keeps you from getting shot on the battlefield. By the time your knee gets better, this damned war might finally be over. Assuming I make it, which is a strange thing to say, my first stop would be to come see you. Maybe if we are lucky, we could even go home together. Let me share the recent news. There's a soldier that everyone claims came back from the dead. Whether that's true or people invented the story doesn't really matter to the officers. He has been reassigned to the front as a sergeant under Major Brown. Why would we accept such a posting? Why even go back to the front at all? I know your mind would be swimming with these questions, but nobody can figure out his motives. He turned down a safe position with the press bureau, but has refused to ever pick up a rifle again. He's only interested in retrieving the bodies of the fallen from the field. Can you believe that? Personally, I'd rather be a dressed-up press puppet over ducking artillery shells any day of the week, even if it meant encouraging young men to march to their deaths. Yikes. My God, mein Gott. Redacted, as I write this, It finally dawns on me. I've always known why he refused them after all. I just never thought anyone would have the courage to make that choice. Okay, interesting. Strategic Sandbox I think also updated. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely updated. Nothing on this one anymore? Yeah, okay. Well, let's take it from the right and then go to the left. Charon first. The name, so this is on the 19th, day later. The name you see there doesn't belong to this war any longer. Charon sees it as his duty to collect his fallen comrades and handle their burials. As the war intensifies, bodies pile up. With his horse, Andreas, missing, the work grows harder. His superior sends him to the safe zone to fetch a package, and so he makes his way to Montpeux. There, Charon meets a Foundation medic named Marsha. I really need to pay attention again to how they're saying the name, because I keep forgetting. She tells him of a nearby hill that could serve as a graveyard, and offers to take him there. Okay. Alright, what is this? Dressed in a rough approximation of a soldier's garb, Charon collects his fallen comrades across the battlefield. One warm thought burns under his cold skin, that the war may soon be over. Yeah? Oh, that's Jay. Hi. Dispatch Irinai. Manus Medicte is plotting to cause unspeakable chaos and war in this area. To oppose them, we need to form an army of our own. I believe your convictions will lead you to lend us your strength. To Knight of the Knight of Hyde Street. Nice. Dispatch J, Matilda, or Pioneer to reduce required time. I think that, yeah, only one of them is enough to be dispatched to cut the timer in half, which is set to 10 seconds originally. To be honest, I didn't feel much connection to the Foundation at first, but they're doing the right thing, and it's where Paulina once chose to go. Working with them is 100 times better than brawling with scummy gangsters in alleyways. My Bowie knife's greatest purpose is to slit the throats of Manus Vindicte and to help folks when they need it. So if this job means protecting the innocent, count me in. Alright, buddy. Marsha. I'm Nurse Marsha. Marsha, a medic from the Foundation, runs into Charon as he arrives at the safe zone to collect a personal package for his commander. During their talk, Charon raises concerns about the lack of proper burial places for fallen soldiers. After hearing this, Marsha recalls a spot just outside the safe zone. The two decide to go there together. Alright, who is this? Is this the soldier that was... Oh, Manus' army! Okay, a soldier slips past the Foundation's surveillance and makes his way into the forest outside of the safe zone. It is clear he is carrying out a secret mission with orders tied to suspicious objectives. When he arrives at the planned meeting point, he does not find the ally he expected. Oh, the guy was a Manus guy, okay. And that's why the picture was with a Manus guy. Instead, he comes face to face with a woman radiating murderous intent. The encounter ends quickly, with the soldier fatally struck before he has a chance to defend himself. The attacker then retrieves the pouch he had been carrying. Okay. And finally her, Sentinel. Foundation parley. Hirschfelder today. A young woman in a grayish blue soldier uniform enters the forest outskirts of the Montpeux safe zone. The soldier waiting there grows suspicious and confronts her, only to be killed instantly. He carries a map, pouch containing intelligence, and most importantly, an arrival time. Exactly what she came for. Okay. This is an interesting little thing to give like an outline of when stuff is happening. Okay, cool. Well, part 3. Battle of the Birds. Oh, we're back at the Foundation. Hey, Ilya is back. Nice. Those who claim the pen is mightier than the sword rarely seem to live by their words. True.
Are you sure you won't come with me, Capitan?
After a long rest, Lilia readies up for her next mission.
Admiral Som assigned this mission to you personally, not the whole team. Besides, Madam Z asked me to stay in the headquarters.
Isn't it going to be boring waiting around here? The Storm Reformation Directive said Team Timekeeper isn't subject to the Foundation's orders. We can go wherever we want.
Yet it also says the Timekeeper is still bound by Madam Z's orders, Lilia.
That's the leash.
Ugh. So frustrating.
Yes. Bureaucracy is frustrating. Reality slams up against her freedom-loving impulses.
I thought I'd finally be able to show you what things are really like out on the steppe. It's going to be a view to remember.
We'll have other chances.
Yeah, I suppose a view like that doesn't change much no matter what era it is. Anyway, any idea when they're going to set you loose again?
I think it will have to wait until after the tension clears.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard about the doves and the hawks?
We got birds now? I just got back from vacation.
She's so out of the loop. Oh, never change, Lilia.
Let me guess. Same thing as ever. Politics. Go on. Just tell me enough so I know who to blast if someone kidnaps Vertin again.
I love her. I love her. Fucking hell. So, she would.
Simply put,
what is this?
Split into two factions on the Foundation's course of action: the Doves and the Hawks.
Sure. Sonetto, did you make this picture? What is this?
The Doves insist on seeking peace through diplomacy, hoping to secure advantages in the post-war political landscape.
And the Hawks?
They believe that the governments we're dealing with have been infiltrated too deeply by Manus Vindictae, so diplomacy is off the table. They want to take more direct action by arresting any high-ranking military and political figures suspected of collaborating with the Manus.
Really? I would have never thought we'd do something like that. Efficient, the kind of plan I like, but also like it could be the mother of all messes.
Exactly. Like, it's good to be suspicious, but being that much proactive as a standalone faction is a bit, yikes.
Precisely. That's why the Doves prevailed, at least for now.
Lilia shakes her head. She's had enough of politics for one day.
Complicated. So what side are you on, Capitan?
I'm not on any side.
Departure time. She mounts her SU-01B.
No matter then. I'm on your side. Das Korova.
See you later. With a sharp roar, the flying broom shoots out a blast of air, and soon enough, the seasoned pilot vanishes. It's no words for it now. It vanishes into the clouds. Oh, flashback.
People are dying out there. We have to reduce the number of decision makers. We can't afford any delays. I need all the faction leaders to reach an agreement before the committee meeting starts.
That's why Petra and Irenai were here.
Yes, it was not an easy task to persuade Irenai, but we did it.
Good. But I'm not on either side. It seems like there's no need for me to stay. Why are you keeping me around?
I have my reasons, as I'm sure you expect. The Storm Reformation Act won't keep you and your team secure forever, Vertin. The final result of this meeting, whatever it is, will change many things. That may mean more latitude and resources for your team. Then again, it could mean the exact opposite. Anyway, if you intend to seize anything from this opportunity, you'll need to stay until the meeting's over.
Okay.
Time to go, Sonetto.
Quite the takeoff. That must have been Lieutenant Lilia, wasn't it?
Oh, is that our guy that we met in the previous chapter that briefly appeared a couple of times? Oh, it is, it is! She turns and a red-haired man enters the frame.
Have I got it right, Timekeeper?
Grayish. Now that I think about it, and I look at the red coloration of his hair, I wonder if this guy is somehow related to Marsha. He is also part of the military, it seems. Could be, right?
You have.
You must be Mr. Grayish, the captain of the 12.
Seems you're already acquainted then.
I've read the report on the Antarctic operation. Your name was mentioned.
Grayish nods to Sonetto in thanks before adopting a more guarded expression.
I've been reading up on you. Just a few choice selections from your after-action reports before our Antarctic expedition. Seems we have you and your team to thank for thwarting many a wicked scheme, hatched by Manus Vindictae in previous storms.
Oh yes.
Shame we couldn't put a stop to Arcana's revival, too. Now look at the dog's breakfast of an era we stepped into.
A communication request comes through at the exact moment. Grayish is about to speak again, but lets it go.
I do hope we'll have the chance to cooperate more closely in the future. Feel free to call on me if you find yourself in need, Timekeeper.
Sure. I don't know what's gonna happen to you, but considering the details on you and everything, you have the potential to be an actual playable character.
Thank you, Mr. Grayish. I'm afraid further introductions will have to wait. We're called elsewhere.
The brief encounter ends. Grayish remains where he is, pressing his communicator.
Speak.
I passed along our intel about Manus Vindictae's possible infiltration of the safe zone. Anyone's guess if they're gonna do a damn thing about it.
Hi. You look to be having a unique model.
And Marsha was seen leaving the safe zone with an odd-looking German soldier.
Oh, was it right? Are they actually related? Why would he bring a Marsha?
Any idea where she's heading?
I kept my distance. Didn't want to risk exposure.
Should I have any concerns about it?
Whatever he is, I don't get the impression he's with Manus. He came up from the lines, started a conversation, and just like that they started walking away. You're jumping at shadows, Grace. Ever since Antarctica, it seems like you've been imagining phantom oil stains on everyone we meet.
Phantom oil stains, that is funny. That is kind of funny to say. As in the mark of the Manus. He leaves the remarks unanswered. On the other end is a clear directive.
All the same, keep an eye on her.
And take my eyes off the town. What about searching for those infiltrators?
The Foundation has enough security on site to keep things in check.
Yeah, right. Let's just hope those Hafergrains can do their job. Haven't Merrill and Paravian been transferred to HQ?
I hope you weren't expecting a hand. I need them for my field mission as soon as our application is approved.
Still waiting for that? They haven't learned to trust you yet?
Focus on your mission, Yemelai.
Yermolai. Okay. Alright, I haven't confirmed anything, but...
Not many of us have any real idea what it's like to view the trenches from above. But in my haunted dreams and flashes of imagination, I picture them as claw marks.
It's claw marks. But yeah, they haven't confirmed anything through that conversation, but he's definitely worried about Marsha, which definitely makes me believe that that is, that is her brother or something. We'll see.
I keep returning to that thought over and over again. The image of some terrible monster ripping the earth apart with its claws. Then we hide, trembling like maggots in the wounds it leaves behind.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
Charon stops, staring out over the woods, only just beginning to advance on a slope that bears the scars of trench work and artillery.
It is quiet enough, but the dead may come to outnumber the empty lodgings below.
I wouldn't have thought the dead mind having neighbors. The real trouble is how far it is from the clinic.
He lets his gaze drift from the hills to Marsha, settling on her armor.
There is something about you. A contradiction lying under cloth and steel.
I know what you want to ask. Yes, I was a knight once.
Okay. She preempts the question. She's learned to expect. One she's learned to expect.
Like other Arcanists, I was enlisted in a special unit and sent to the front as soon as the war started. This armor is only a habit. I'm a medic now. It's not much for protection. Modern bullets go through steel this thin like paper. But I want to remember.
Only in death does the duty end. Yet you live again with the Foundation.
Noch eine deiner Fragen? Diesmal werde ich dir keine Antwort geben.
Another of your questions? This time I won't give you an answer. He stumbles at her retort, like a clumsy soldier stuck in mud.
There was no ill intent. The ways of this war do not fall upon your shoulders. Our path is not chosen, nor can it be escaped. The end to our war is found in the grave.
I know. Death shouldn't be the only way a soldier like you can find peace.
Marsha glances back. The view of Montpa is blocked by a dense forest. I need someone to say the name again. I'm too lazy right now to review my old footage.
I'm needed back at the clinic.
And there is work to be done here. Please, hear this apology. You have chosen a noble path.
I'm back in the city. Inside the safe zone, the first round of talks has concluded. Colonel Hirschfelder exits the building draped in Foundation banners. Adjutant officers flank him tightly like Remoras swinging beside a shark.
This meeting is over.
His aide drapes a coat over his shoulders. The colonel's mood is sour. His eagerness to end the talks is obvious. Commissioner Pedra follows at a respectful distance, maintaining proper decorum.
Our proposal really is in everyone's best interest. Please, give it a bit more thought, Colonel.
Our best interest, yeah? You have failed to convince me. All I see is the insistence that we pretend this war is not going in our favor. And I will have no more of these ridiculous conspiracies concerning Manus Vindicte. Our war and our victory have nothing to do with this terrorist organization, or cult as it may be. The decisions of His Imperial Majesty's government will only align with a rational assessment of the facts at hand.
Okay, this is gonna be one of those situations where both sides are gonna have to learn the hard way once they see what Manus is up to.
We fully understand your concerns.
At least that's what it feels like right now.
Words without action.
Would you at least consider a temporary truce? Keep your forces at the front, but halt all active military operations.
The military delegates
There
enter.
are two sides to every truce, Herr Negotiator. Our enemy has yet to show any hint of sincerity.
Nice. The military delegates enter the car. in the car Indling roadside. Indling?
You are referring to the assassinations.
Do these Schweinehunde have any honor? Sending their snipers after our high rank?
Time freezes. A bloom of crimson explodes out from the colonel's neck. Staccato heartbeats thump in a rising crescendo to meet.
What the?
Yeah, what the hell? Crescendo to meet the distant booming crack of a rifle. Time melts back into motion, shouts erupt, feet thunder, weapons fire off at shadows. Pedra feels someone yanking at his collar, the pull growing stronger.
Take cover, Mr. Pedra!
Welcome to war, buddy. The soldiers dive toward their fallen officers.
Scharfschütze!
Chaos drowns out all else.
Sanitäter! Der Oberst wurde getroffen! Wir brauchen einen Sanitäter! Los, bring den Oberst in die Klinik!
Holy shit. Welcome to war. Oh. Okay. Two things, huh? Okay, let's go with the left one first. Ooh, what is this? Background check. Before assigning crucial tasks to your subordinates, it is essential to do thorough background checks. No shit. Make a copy. That's a good boy. Sorry. 12. Squad roster copy. Paravian Beagle. Really? Age 19, race human? Is that a code name? Oh yeah, Paravian Beagle, okay. Very funny, immediately thinking of Beagle from Arcanists. Background. Graduated from Xeno Arms Academy, served as a Vigil officer within the Vigils Bureau under the direct command of Kraus, and contributed to the resolution of multiple critical cases, later transferred to 12 Squad. The most devoted member of Kraus' circle, he combines passion and bravery with a concerning level of idealism. This squad's morale would undoubtedly suffer if that loyalty were betrayed. Yep, definitely sounds, that's definitely a dog. Dog personality. A loyal hound. Speaking of hound, Yermolai, hound, age 37. This guy is just 1 year younger than me. Race, human, background, civilian, previously brought into Vigil's Bureau via Kraus' personal recommendation. Served as a Vigil officer and participated in several classified operations. Later transferred to 12 Squad. He has an extensive criminal background. It's no surprise that Kraus kept him on a tight leash. I wouldn't want to be the one who decides on his call side. The one who decided on his call side. Merel, Blackbird. Okay, age 16. Okay, you're young. Race Arcanist, background. A storm orphan taken in by the Foundation, educated at SPDM, and upon graduation invited by Kraus to intern at Vigil's Bureau, later transferred to 12 Squad. SPDM, he's never had much patience for rule followers. Seems even Kraus knows 12 needs arcane talents, though judging by her grades, his standards aren't exactly demanding. P.S. Leave a few recruitment slots open for 12. Okay, so the squad is not fully decked out yet. Noted. Flexible review. There is room for flexibility when conducting reviews. Read the report. Internal review report. Lieutenant Lilia's escape during the Sao Paulo incident was facilitated by Mulder, a key figure among the rebel forces. Okay, yeah. For full details, see the appendix containing the report submitted by Lieutenant Lilia. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, she helped from behind the scenes, right? Even back then, she helped already behind the scenes. Following the completion of Xeno Arms Academy's internal restructuring, we have initiated a thorough review of its special personnel to clarify the circumstances surrounding the rebellion and to prevent other incidents. Under these circumstances, it is advised that Lieutenant Lilia remain at Foundation headquarters for future investigation rather than joining Team Timekeeper's Australian deployment. Okay, that's why Lilia wasn't with them in Australia. Okay, this month's interrogation transcripts are included as attachments. This month's interrogation show Lieutenant Lilia's growing impatience with the process, though she continues to provide necessary cooperation. When comparing statements from Xeno's special personnel files with the interrogation records, there are still multiple inconsistencies that require further verification. Okay, this month's Interrogation transcripts are included as attachment. Conclusion: no further action recommended on Lieutenant Lilia's file. Summary: none. Okay. This review has been terminated unexpectedly, and I must emphasize that no additional explanations will be provided regarding this decision. I append this note solely to remind all reviewing officers that our responsibility ends with following the directives. Nothing else matters. Your dedication during this 2-month process is appreciated. This document will be securely disposed of following initial internal distribution. Okay. Interesting. And we have more stuff here in the sandbox. Let's see. Alright, let's go once more from right to left, because that was kind of pretty much the order of things anyway. Okay, you, Kreos. Okay, this is the 19th as well. Feel free to call on me if you find yourself in need, Timekeeper. Walking through the Foundation headquarters corridors, Kreos, the captain of the 12th, has his first encounter with Verton. He had heard of her before the mission to Antarctica and is now seeking the chance to speak with her directly, hoping they might work together. He seems especially drawn to her unique role as the Timekeeper. After their brief meeting, he receives a report from one of his squad members, Yermolai, about unusual activity from Manus Vindicte. Kreos quickly orders his team into action, though he is unable to join them until his field request is officially approved. It just, while I was reading through this, it literally just flashed through my freaking head. One of the members that was described in the list for Kreos' squad. Like, we had 2 guys, one on the younger side, one like middle-aged guy, and then the 16-year-old girl. I know the story hasn't confirmed it yet, so I do not want anybody to confirm it, but I feel like that is the chick that was with Ulrich. I feel like what was she called again in the story? I think she just went with the moniker Guard, right, for the thing. But I feel like that's her. She was definitely military and everything, and was she an Arcanist? I can't remember. I think she was an Arcanist, but she was young. She was definitely young. I feel like that chick was part of Kreos' squad. Anyhow, Timekeeper, Verton. Let's see. Upon hearing Lilia was being sent to the Eastern Front, the Timekeeper and Sonetto came to see her off. When the topic of the Dove-Hawk dispute came up, Lilia expressed disinterest, then invited Verton to join her, longing to see the vast eastern grasslands with her own eyes. Currently, the Timekeeper's team is grounded, but due to recent shifts inside the Foundation, she may be able to win them more operational rights. Outside the office, the Timekeeper meets the captain of 12 Squad, Kreos. For the first time, he seems interested in establishing deeper cooperation. Lilia, okay. No matter then, I am on your side. While Team Timekeeper remains barred from field missions, Lilia, serving as Xeno's lieutenant, receives a direct order from Admiral Som to deploy alone to the Eastern Front. Unlike the slow, entrenched battles of the Western Front, the Eastern Front poses more complicated and unpredictable challenges. With no interest in factional disputes and little left to do at headquarters, Lilia is in many ways the ideal choice for the task. Before setting out, she asks Verton which side she stands with, but regardless of the reply, Lilia's response remains firm and unchanged. No matter then, I am on your side. That steady loyalty is what makes her the one person Verton can fully rely on, no matter the situation. That is very cute. Okay, what is this one? Ceasefire negotiations have hit a standstill. Military representatives, each convinced of their inevitable victory, have created a deadlock until an unexpected bullet finds its mark indeed. Foundation Investigators Note 1. While the assassination in the safe zone is regrettable, based on current findings, we've determined there were no failures in our security protocols. Still, we intend to pursue the suspect and further study their methods so that we can improve safeguards to prevent future incidents. Mm-hmm. And Charon, there was no ill intent. The waves of this war do not fall upon your shoulders. Led by Marsha, Charon arrives at the hill she spoke of. Curious about her past, he prepares to ask, but she reveals it first. She was once She was once a knight fighting in the war. Charon apologizes for his careless words. Then the two part ways. Okay. Very nice. Funnily enough, the Sandbox, I feel like, serves both as a vessel to slightly recap what just happened, put it into order, and also a tiny bit of extra information sprinkled in there. Very interesting. Part 4, Grayish Blue. Oh, we're back at the front lines. Anything? No? Nothing special around outside of ruins everywhere. Well, there's our Frenchie. Let's see. Shrouded in shadows and fog. Also, this is a battle stage again. Having parted ways with the curious gravedigger, the knight continues back to the Foundation's safe zone. Tangled branches rustle, sharpening her mind into alarm, but as her hand twitches to her sidearm, a small and timid creature hops out.
Nur ein Hase.
Just a hare.
Wie schön, dass sie zurückgekehrt sind.
Good to know they've returned. It feels in some way hopeful. If the hares can return, perhaps two people Wait, what? If the hares can return, perhaps two people Flower's life. What? Why is this sentence both making sense in my head and not? I know what it's saying, but I feel like a part is missing anyway. Oh, is she gonna walk onto the scene from earlier? The sound is unmistakable, and yet she questions herself.
Was that a gunshot?
She drops low, seeking its source, scanning, placing the sound.
From the safe zone.
Battle-honed senses strain to pick up the smallest detail. The abrupt alert tone startles her upright and out of cover.
No ID. But it has to have come from someone in the Foundation.
She hits the connect button.
Right?
Oh, it's this guy.
Who are you?
No time to explain, just listen. Colonel Hirschfelder was just assassinated getting into his car right after the parley. The shot went clean through his neck, severed the carotid artery.
The Colonel's dead?
Yeah, but the important thing is that the shot came from the forest, somewhere near your location.
How do you know where I am?
Just take cover. I'll call again when it's safe.
Who on earth are...
Again, if that guy's your brother, he was ordered to literally be your bodyguard. The call is cut. Marsha switches the device to silent and tucks it away, stunned.
With the Colonel dead, there isn't much hope for the peace talks.
She repeats the message under her breath, her mouth dry.
Can't worry about that now. The sniper may still be here.
Okay, I feel like the next step of the story is gonna be a misconception of the matter, and they're gonna think that Sentinel fired the shot. Why would... Yeah, I don't think it's her. I personally don't think it's gonna be her, but I feel like this is how the story is gonna step up next. Ooh, I like this movement. She siphons the shock into willpower. The Order's training has taught her how to manipulate her emotions, controlling them right down to the flow of hormones. Whoa, wow, really? They've also taught her not to sit and wait for death.
All I have is this pistol. Still, a bullet is a bullet. I'll just need to get close.
Retrieving her weapon, she weaves tactically between thick tree trunks and dense shrubs that offer concealment, inching her way back to Montpeur. I'm still waiting for someone to re-say that name. Between the brambles and foliage, she spies armed figures in the distance.
Over there.
Who's there?
Evidently, she has been spotted too. Oh, on instinct, she slumps downward and a bullet scrapes a long gash across her metal armor.
Small caliber.
Marsha, you said earlier that that metal is too thin to protect you, and now it actually saved your ass.
5 of them. 2 with machine pistols. Their uniforms, unclear in origin.
Come out!
Holy machine gun fire! A flurry of follow-up shots shreds bark and skin. Holy machine gun, painting her armor with splashes of blood. But she leans on her training, slowing her breathing to limit her bleeding and maintain focus.
Need to leave one alive. Now, to get a little closer.
Oh, this leads into battle? Holy shit. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I sorta have a team for for this chapter prepared. I don't think Egon is gonna appear in this chapter, but it's a very appropriate one, minus Enigma, but he's here to get his trust up. Anyway, these are loyalty seekers, so I have nothing new to read here. Let's go. That's a lot of soldiers.
Are they the snipers?
Oh, that's text actually.
There! A white robe! Looks like a medic? She's alone. Take her out!
Oh, go ahead, try.
Never underestimate your enemy, gentlemen.
She said that with a smile. I mean, she will fuck them up.
Restraint is part of the train. There's strength.
Удерживайте позиции.
Whoa!
Fuck! He's down, boss.
Whoa! Okay, I did not expect a sniper shot from outside. I think this is the guy who is protecting her from a distance.
I should have known the bitch would be a distraction.
Hey, I also just realized the fuck earlier and the bitch here right now are not the words, that is, are not censored. Whoa, but they're censored in writing. Interesting. Did I forget?
Who made that shot?
Retreat!
There is no retreat, gentlemen. Okay, very interesting. I mean, the sniper shot either came from the guy who is shadowing her, or it's Sentinel, who is also close by. At least she looked close by on the map. Well, anyway, gentlemen, you're about to get introduced to, you know, fire.
I will remember your names.
Don't underestimate your enemy.
I have seen to the heart of you.
Огонь на прикрытие.
Damn, I'm actually shocked that they survived. That that buff you get, that buff you get here as a mechanic is very strong. Holy shit! That sniper from outside just keeps nuking them. That is insane.
This ends now. A shot hit.
Oh boy, here comes Igor.
A worthy victory. But the fight is far from over.
Igor is not taking prisoners. Her ambushers fall one by one. Marsha picks out from cover, unable to identify their uniforms.
Black uniforms. Can't tell who they might be. Perhaps the Manus? Never mind. Who is it that helped me? Could you...
While Marsha is pondering this, a few dry leaves land on top of her head.
Cast your eyes up.
Hey, it is! It is Sentinel. Hello. She looks up to... Hold on. She looks up to behold a cloaked figure hidden among the branches. Her rescuer bears a rifle, heavy caliber, scoped with distinct markings, the weapon of a sniper. A dangerous inference is drawn in her mind, yet Marsha begins, tentatively.
Was it you who shot these men? Do you know who they are?
She feels as if the questions are only pebbles lobbed too lightly to reach the perched stranger.
You must have something more to say. Why bother showing yourself otherwise?
Tell me, what is it that the Foundation concerns itself with here?
That's no secret. We're working on a parlay to end this war. But one of the representatives has just been assassinated. These soldiers dressed in black could be our culprits.
No. They were sent forth to protect Hirschfelder, though they tarried too late.
Wait, you know Hirschfelder? Do you have any idea who shot him?
Oh, did she shoot him maybe?
I did.
Oh! Oh, she did shoot him.
You... you...
Acrid smoke stings her eyes, blinding her vision.
Why?
Yikes. And Marsha is out like a light. Where are we now?
Manus Vindictae? No. The Field Marshal will not entertain such a thing. You've simply conjured up some invisible enemy to achieve your goals. We can conclude only this. That our enemy agreeing to this parley was only a ruse, and that the assassination of our colonel was meant to sow fear in our ranks. We will not yield to such a contemptible tactic. They have chosen war, and we will answer in kind.
Oh boy, this is gonna get much worse now. The line is cut abruptly, leaving no room for negotiation. Confusion and tension ripple through the office, simmering like a pot ready to boil.
The assassination in Montpei has been a serious blow to our global efforts. Many nations have withdrawn from our peace talks in response.
Okay, thank you, Madam Z. Montpei. Okay, I don't think I was saying it too wrong then. Montpei.
Did we lose anyone?
No. Our investigators on the scene confirmed they heard just a single gunshot at a time. We do have a confirmed sighting of the shooter.
Yes, I heard. Yet they didn't fire on her, which means our shooter isn't likely to be with the Manus.
The chief of staff nods in agreement, then lays out the situation at hand.
The Hawks have reacted strongly to this incident. They're calling for the Foundation to enter a state of war readiness again. Iron Knight gave quite a speech at our last meeting. It's clear the moderates are wavering over to his side.
Okay. What if Irene is in contact with Sentinel and he gave her orders to snipe the guy? Like false orders or some shit. Or no, why? No, that makes no sense. Because she was asking like what the mission of the Foundation is. Unless, I mean, it could still be him trying to provoke some stuff behind the scenes without revealing himself to be part of the Foundation. Could still be. But anyway. The Vice President sets a chess piece on the desk and flicks it. It rolls in a slow arc.
True, but there are still things we can do to maintain the balance. We must consider violence our last resort. Send a special unit to Montpei. I need to figure out what really happened.
Razor is on a mission at the Eastern Front. They won't be back in contact for several days.
Razor mentioned, let's go, my boy, the chin.
There are 3 squads presently available for deployment. Codenames Metaphor, Almond, and Minerva. But I don't believe any of them are suitable for this mission.
I believe any single one of them could be from a Persona game. or from Studio Atlas in general. Okay, those are very interesting names for squads. Metaphor, Omen, and Minerva. Good lord.
We're left with only one option. The newly founded 12.
Okay. Cool.
That's Cryas's team. I'm sure he'd be eager to buff up his resume with this mission. He's eager to prove himself.
All the members of the 12 used to work for Cryas at the Visuals Bureau. Their experience could be useful for this mission. Many of the arcane crime cases they cracked involved the Manus.
I understand he's been seen in the company of several prominent hawks. He even spoke with Arcanist several times.
Are you suggesting his policy leanings could pose a problem?
I feel more like he's snooping. Because Irina is trying to provoke war, and Cryas seems like a person who is... I mean, not just seems, but is definitely a person who is steeped in war. So he might be on the cautious side trying to get information out of him?
On the contrary, he'll make a fine choice, precisely because his appearance at the front line will calm the Hawk's nerves.
Understood.
Tell Cryas he and his team will set off in 2 hours.
Also very funnily, now that I think about it, I have a dumb feeling that Team Timekeeper will not be showing up much on on the front lines, or in this story in general, outside of whatever scenes play out at the Foundation offices. Okay, Sandbox updated, let's see. What do we have now? Again, oh, we have for the 19th and for the 20th more stuff. From right to left. Foundation. The assassination in Montpellier has been a serious blow to the Foundation's global efforts. Many nations have withdrawn from the peace talks in response. Inside the Foundation, the Hawks are now calling for increased military preparedness to confront Manus Vindicate through force if necessary. To get to the bottom of the crisis, an on-site investigation is essential in order to gather key information. This critical task has been entrusted to Cryas and the highly skilled members of the 12. Okay. Marsha. As Marsha heads back toward the safe zone, she receives a cryptic message about the assassination that has taken place there. The shooter may still be in the same woods she's walking through. She watches the surroundings closely as she makes her way back to town, but before she can get there, she is ambushed by armed soldiers with no clear allegiance. Brave but outgunned, just as things turn for the worse, a series of precise shots takes out her attackers. Marsha looks up and spies a sniper high above in the trees, rifle still raised. She cannot help but make the connection that this shooter may be the very sniper that she was warned about, yet their brief conversation leaves Marsha with more questions than answers. Manus army. Okay, so this is confirming that this was the Manus army. Soldiers who seem to be with the unlucky one who was killed have been hiding in the same forest, though their exact mission remains unclear. Or this is saying that there was another detachment in the forest. Their cover is broken when they unexpectedly cross paths with a medic. Oh, never mind, it is this squad, leading to a sudden firefight. Although they are equipped with SMGs that give them an edge in firepower, their tendency to only watch what's directly ahead makes them easy targets for a sniper. Okay, interesting. But yeah, this also then I guess confirms that that guy who was killed has several Manus people who are literally working inside of his army. Probably were manipulating him and everything. Maybe that's why Sentinel shot him. I actually knew that the guy was working for Manos, like directly. Also, as this, a young medic finds herself surrounded by unidentified troops in the forest. Outgunned and outnumbered, a mysterious sniper rescues her, then begins asking her questions. Yeah. Okay, and what is... Wait, is there more? Is there more? Oh yeah, there is more. I didn't even notice this thing over here. Oh hi! Dispatch from Pedra. Given the threat posed by Manus Vindictae, the front urgently needs arcane items capable of countering them. We hope we can put aside our differences and work together again. We'll arrange to deliver the payment to your designated location in the coming days. To the Ageless Merchant! Alright, Eternity or Tenant, huh? But that's an interesting combo. There we go. The Foundation's back with another big order. I was going to turn them down because they're hard to please, but the person in charge this time seems like a reasonable gentleman. I think this will be an interesting deal. As for these arcane blocking helmets, they only said they needed to block arcane skills. They didn't say how many times. Wow! So this badge should meet their expectations. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll just take a deposit this time. Fuck's sake. Alright. So what do we have here? Foundation staff member A. I heard Razor Squad has been reassigned to the Eastern Front. They won't be coming to the West anytime soon. Doesn't matter if they come back or not, they're just a squad of humans. What can they even do in a situation like this? Watch your mouth. Razor Squad is the pride of the Foundation. If you ask me, we should be thinking about who's gonna replace them. Speaking of which, sounds like Madam Z is planning to send Mr. Kray's squad to the Western Front. Oh, that shady 12 squad, huh? Okay, they're aware. Oh hi. Dispatch from St. Paulo Foundation. The situation on the front is grim, but to develop countermeasures and preserve these records for the future, we need someone to organize and archive the current footage. We recommend close cooperation with the war photographers on the front lines. Too zealous investigator. Okay, Horopedia, Click, or Onion, huh? Yeah, these three fit. Maybe I should stop joking about being an obsessive nerd, because they've started treating me like one. Isn't organizing files something for the office clerks to do? Why did they give it to me? Oh, I get it. They just can't handle all the bloody gruesome stuff. Makes sense. A logical job assessment. Now I'm actually looking forward to seeing what that ghostly guy can do. Wow. Wow. Wow, buddy. Ah, Flutter page. From St. Paulo Foundation Logistics Department. Immediate need for more personnel. We urgently need bold, brave, and fearless folks to deliver letters from the rear lines to safe zones near the front. These include family letters and classified military mail, which are extremely important. Generous rewards offered to Odd Errand Kid. I'll be quite honest. I am not sure how I feel about sending this child to the front lines to deliver mail. Flutter page. Twins sleep, huh? And Cristalla. All the legitimately all the children. Legitimately all the kids. Wow. This job's kind of hard, but also not that hard. Just like walking these streets of East London. Look, I know London has a meme around it and a joke about the whole shanking thing, but kid, I can hide in the bushes to dodge bad guys, or climb to the rooftops to avoid wild beasts. I need a bigger backpack, a really big backpack, because I've got to carry lots and lots of letters. I'm supposed to take them to a place called the Safe Zone. Oh, will there be a big cart to take me there? Then at least I can nap on the way. Oh, sweet summer child. Why are they sending you there? Oh boy, the next stage is called Chrysanthemum. Who are we giving these flowers to, huh? To the dead, of course. Interesting meeting, huh? Marsha, Sentinel, and Charon. Right. Okay. Hollow brass tubes stack into mountains beyond counting. Yeah, very funny. Every stage where you can see Sentinel in seems to be a battle stage so far.
Since the first grenade exploded in our trench, we've been dreaming of the moment when the guns fall silent and our commander calls out, "The war is over." The marshals will attend the victory banquet in His Majesty's palace. And the officers will pin shiny medals on their chests. And we will get to go home.
Yeah, but when will that happen?
Out of my way, soldiers! I said make way!
His call to arms is passed through the winding trenches, passing over veterans slumped against the walls with indifference.
What's wrong?
Major Brown, the battalion commander, storms around the corner, followed by a long line of recruits with heads bowed.
Wilhelm, 2nd Company.
Jawohl, Herr Major.
Wilhelm straightens up, meeting the eyes of his commander. Major Brown points to the line of recruits behind him, their faces blank and strangely foreign.
You will be in charge of these runs from now on, and I'll need you to choose the pick of this litter to join the stormtroopers.
Jawohl, Major.
The Major clamps Wilhelm on his shoulder and boldly steps up to a firing position. He clears his throat.
Soldiers! I have some bad news. Half an hour ago in Montpey, at the site of this so-called parley, our representative, Colonel Hirschfelder, was assassinated by a French sniper.
What?
Helmets swivel, voices turn from sharp whispers to despair.
How's the Traum? The devil is he talking about? How could a sniper have made it so far behind our lines?
Shh.
The Major stands above the murmurs.
Soldaten! We can't let our enemies sow fear within our ranks! Let their desperate attack bring us together and give us the strength to destroy them once and for all! They will pay in blood for what they've done!
Yeah, this is exactly doing what I was expecting it to do. It's the obvious thing. It's stoking the flames of war now. Yikes. The mingling of voices churns into an ominous hum within the trench.
Was zum Teufel? I thought this was finally going to end.
I can't.
Yeah, not so soon, buddy.
I can't even force myself to care.
With hate and rage, they scheme to destroy our fatherland. But we march against them with strength and cunning of wolves. Will you stand with me, soldiers? Will you stand for the Kaiser and for victory? They're good. You've shown me your steel, soldiers. You are the pride of the fatherland. Victory lies ahead, ready for the taking. Now take up your rifle and get back to your positions.
With his impromptu speech over, he drops down from the firing platform and leads a further cadre down the line. 2nd Company's new recruits tote bags so heavy they look liable to sink into the mud. The company's vets close in to offer relief.
Ach, Frontischwein, what's that you're holding? You got a fresh tin? Eisencow? Sausages?
Verbena? Their questions slide off the recruits, slipping down through the cracks of the boards at their feet. Some glance up from under oversized helmets, wide eyes, locking with the tethered vets.
God, did you see the way they looked at us? It was like there was nothing behind their eyes.
Erich, did you notice? I don't think they understood a word you said.
Are they just foreigners that are just gonna be used as cannon fodder?
Shameful.
Harry throws a hand in the air, shaking his head as he walks off. But Willem musters up his sense of obligation as company commander, patting our recruit's helmet enthusiastically.
Come on, boys, follow me. I'll show you to your dugout. Mind the gaps on the duckboards.
Herr Hauptmann, perhaps first we should drill them on keeping their heads down and avoiding artillery? Remember how many comrades we lost in our first days?
Not now. First we need to...
Yeah, war is not gonna wait for you. Holy shit.
Get in there, move!
I will say the way they are handling these war scenes in these moments is pretty good. Like the atmosphere and everything, the sound effects, the voice acting of the soldiers in the background and everything. It's pretty well actually handled and everything. What the hell am I? Material crates again? A box filled with supplies? What will happen if it's broken? Immune to all statuses, cannot be healed, all damage taken is set to 1. Yeah, when it is destroyed, Moxie +5 for the destroyer's side. Oh, okay. Am I gonna be fighting anybody?
Move! Gott im Himmel, you're not bulletproof! Watch my hand! I'll send you where to run, understood? In Deckung, boys! Come on, don't just stand there, follow me! Everyone's panicked! Rudolph, give me a hand! We need to get them moving!
Holy shit, okay, what is this? Select and makes one character shift one position forward. Grants 3 stacks of deceptive facade to them. Okay, I think I'm gonna be fine. Sure. Sure? Sure?
A sacred charge.
Oh, this is what's gonna be happening.
Shall be stamped out. Now is the time for repentance.
This is what's gonna be happening. I'm gonna keep on being hit by random artillery shells. When attacked by Igor's ultimate... Oh, that's the shrapnel thing, I forgot. I forgot about that. Okay, well, if I'm gonna keep on being bombarded, I guess. Let me see this. It doesn't matter if I pull you to the front, but let's see what happens when I do it.
Practice validates theory.
Shall hit.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
Alright. Alright, well, that was an ending. Another body slumps to the ground. A shovel bites into the earth beside it. The sound of artillery rumbles through the woods like a distant storm.
It seems peace lies beyond our grasp.
He crouches and brushes aside some caked mud. Yes, caked mud from a half-rotten arm. He doesn't notice or pays no heed to the soft scrape of metal ascending up the hill.
Charon!
His hands go still, then he rises. He lingers wordlessly on the face that greets him.
You don't remember who I am?
Your presence is familiar, but faces and names come slowly. There are so many memories here. It can be difficult to tell what is from what was.
I'll wait a little longer next time.
Interesting. Memory issues? Oh. Stop it. Marsha turns her eyes to
Patriots. Did you make the cenotaph?
Okay, please don't auto-scroll anymore. Marsha turns her eyes to a stone monument placed at the base of the hill. A slanted slab laid flat on the ground, etched with elegant carvings. The Patriots, huh?
A stranger brought it here. A gift for the dead.
I see. I found your Major's package. Here.
She hands the figure a thin envelope, along with it a handwritten note.
A message came for you, I think. From the front. It seems your Major needs you to report back immediately.
Charon unfolds the note.
Jawohl. Soldiers must go where they are ordered.
Another thing. They're sending a new head of security to oversee the safe zone. His name is Grayish, a tall man with red hair. He'll be responsible for investigating the assassination. You can contact him if you need anything. The Foundation has already tightened security on every road to the town. I don't think you'll run into...
She appears once again on a weed-choked dirt path.
Any danger on your way back?
Hi. Raincloak, rifle, that distinctive headpiece. Marsha could never mistake her.
Yeah.
Marsha steps forward, only to be blocked by the Gravekeeper.
The dead rest here. They have seen enough violence.
You don't know what she did. She...
A burst of breathy air rushes out behind clenched teeth. Though she tries to restrain herself, her hand climbs up through the sidearm at her waist.
Do you know her?
She brought the cenotaph to honor the dead.
Yeah, I was kinda thinking that that was from her. The stranger walks to the monument, standing perfectly still before it and paying no heed to either of them. She pulls a single white wild Chrysanthemum from her cloak. Yeah, also I was thinking it's probably gonna be her because the Patriots thing on the cenotaph is written in French. Her stone-like skin stands out against the soft petals.
Ihre Haut. Sie sieht so aus, als wäre sie aus Stein. Und dieser Kopfschmuck. Ich glaube, ich habe ihn schon einmal gesehen.
Her skin, it looks like it's if it were made of stone. And that headwear, I feel like I've seen it elsewhere.
Könnte es sein, dass du...
Could you possibly be... Then a soft grumbling chanting. Even without hearing the words, she understands what it is. Prayer.
La coquille brisée est abandonnée. Mettons fin à la pénitence, sans fin.
The broken shell is abandoned, granting an end to endless penance.
Que vos âmes traversent les arches, du sombre vers la paix.
Maybe thy souls travel through the arcs, from darkness to peace.
Que votre chemin soit libre de l'œil rouge, tandis que vous aspirez au paradis.
May thy path be unfettered by eyes of red as you reach for paradise. The white flower is left at the foot of the stone. She pauses in thought, then traces a strange shape in the air. The ritual is over. The mourner turns and meets Marsha's guarded eyes.
We meet again, young chevalier.
Okay. And this is where the cutscene ends, huh? Okay, my dear, are you gonna explain why why you sniped the guy? What was the meaning behind that? But first, cloak and statue. In times of war, unreliable information spreads faster than truth, making it impossible to separate fact from fiction. Listen in. Field hospital conversation. Have you heard about the Sentinel? I saw her that night. Before anyone could react, old Noah was already down. The shot was unbelievable. Did you get a clear look at her? It was too dark to see much, just a figure wearing a cloak. But I'm almost certain she was carrying a Lebel rifle. She's probably on our side. I wouldn't be so sure. They say she's the one that took out General Mathis 2 weeks ago. Might be someone playing both sides. Either way, having that warmonger gone is good for us. Good for us all. Ow! That hurts! Bear with it, I'm almost finished. Marsha soaks a towel in cold water and wrings it out. The wounded soldier's fever still hasn't broken. Her eyes move from one amputee to the next, checking each stump for signs of infection. Listen, another soldier cuts in, his face wrapped in bandages with only one eye visible. Jesus. That guy could be out of mouthwash. The Sentinel doesn't take sides because she isn't human. That's no rifle. It's a javelin or a spear. And she's got wings, silent as a bat. What is she, Batman? During the day, she turns into a stone statue. You could walk right past without noticing, but at night she comes alive and hunts. Ever seen those church gargoyles? That's exactly what she looks like. Maybe those wings were just her cloak, the first soldier insists. It's more than that. My comrade saw bullets hit her, but she didn't even flinch, like they were hitting a solid rock. Hey, Johnny, isn't that right, Johnny? Marsha pauses before looking up. Johnny died just after dawn this morning. Yikes. Yikes, buddy. Okay, what do we have in the sandbox? Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's go from left to right this time, because Sentinel was last one. Human army. Human army. Okay. Okay, so this is on the 20th. The battle at the front shows no sign of stopping. Each company suffers losses, only to be filled again with new recruits. Most of them arrive with no idea what war is really like, bringing along heavy bags from home as if they were heading to a school trip instead of a war zone. Their training begins the moment they arrive. They have to learn how to live in the trenches, how to communicate under fire, and most importantly, how to recognize different types of artillery using only sound. Soon, enemy shells begin to hit their position. These recruits will have no shortage of chance to learn. They likely won't stay the same for long. Major Brown. Victory lies ahead, ready for the taking. Major Brown commands the front, burning with determination to destroy the enemy once and for all. His faith in this coming victory borders on manic. There is no reason in his words, only fire. After delivering his speech in the trenches on the second company, he drops down from the firing platform and leads a further cadre down the line. It appears that keeping morale high has become the commander's most essential task. Oh, you again. Dispatch from St. Paulo Foundation. The foundation hopes to stay as informed as possible on frontline developments, so we need a large amount of real-time visual data. Said it a guy who got hit by a bomb, apparently. After much deliberation, we've decided to assign this task to you. Given your physique, we believe this won't be too difficult to ghost photographer. I mean... Oh, interesting, these three, huh? The shooting conditions on the Western Front are dreadful. Poor lighting and so much mud. It will affect the quality of the photos. The only good part is the lack of sunlight. It doesn't hurt my eyes. Bombs are dropping everywhere. Screams and curses constantly ring in my ears. I need to protect my camera so I don't miss a good moment. My health? Don't worry, it's not important. Yes, considering you're a ghost. The medic, the soldier, and the sniper all converge at the graveyard, but the assassin shows no hostility. She's simply come to mourn. Sentinel. We chance to meet again, young Chevalier. The soldier in a grayish blue uniform arrives at Charon's cemetery. Gravestones now mark the once distorted ground, giving it the feel of a true cemetery. Stones placed by her hand. She stands before a monument, head bowed in prayer, ignoring the barbed questions of the woman beside her. Finally, she lifts her gaze and meets Marsha's very eyes. Okay then. Back to this. A push for peace. Okay, we're staying here with these three, huh? Inside the briefcase lies irrefutable evidence that peace is possible. The stranger studies Marsha again.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Pardon?
You possess remarkable self-control, a trait seldom seen.
A hint of approval, odd and unspoken, leaves Marsha unsure how to react.
My thanks. But I have a question.
As I have one for you.
Why did you kill the Colonel?
Answer me likewise. Why did you protect him?
Marsha gestures toward the slope to the row of crude headstones filling
But trying to end the war.
the ridge.
And I as well.
You seem to mourn the dead, but you don't realize how far you've set us back? We were nearing a ceasefire.
Petals from pale flowers tumble by in the dry wind. Sentinel leans forward, gently shielding the flowers from the wind with her cloak.
6 years and the war rages still. Do you think ending bloodshed is as simple as to say, "'Tis done"? Have you any mind of the mission the Foundation pursues here?
Okay, 6 years, huh? So yeah, the war is just dragging on. It just actually did not finish. Okay, thanks. That was a thing I wanted to actually know. Good.
We know it won't be simple. Yet each side was open to negotiation. That's why they sent...
The chuckle is wry and dark.
You placed false hope on Hirschfelder. You invited a wolf into a bed of lambs. You think his death to be the spark of a reignited war. But even if I had stayed my hand from him, your plans would have been for naught. The Manus scheme and the wicked prosper.
Okay, so she's hunting the Manus, huh? Interesting. So, okay. I guess the guy was actually then working directly. Wasn't I saying earlier as well that he's probably working for the Manus or some shit like that? Or for the other guy as well, that they're being just directly manipulated if nothing else. Okay.
Manus Vindicte. You know of their plans? Then you're claiming that Hirschfelder was a Manus?
She lets the question linger long enough to feel unanswered. Then the sniper begins.
He is not one of those devils. He is only one tool of many. The Manus offer the gifts of Mammon and Asmodeus, greed and destruction. Hirschfelder was tempted by their technologies and became a willing servant in their schemes.
Ah, I see. Okay. Also, very nice name drops. Mammon and Asmodeus. A groan rises up from the horizon, the sound of distant artillery drumming, throbbing like the heartbeat of a wounded beast. She raises a second finger.
But others serve them unknowing, affected by an arcane skill which clouds their eyes in red mists, driven to blood and glory as a starving dog is to the hunt.
Her eyes shift to the stiff outline of a soldier she knows as Charon.
Your commander, Eberhard Braun, bears that mist.
Okay, so yeah, I was correct. The guy is probably under Manus' influence. Charon ASMR. It takes a moment for the words to find some impact. When he speaks again, there seems to be a change in his voice.
Then will you see that death comes to him, as you did Hirschfelder.
Okay, that sounds definitely a bit more... more deeper delivered than usual.
That is not yet certain. I do not kill without purpose.
Charon does not seem to find a reply, his mask concealing any trace of emotion.
What you just said about the Manus, can you confirm any of it? The Foundation could make use of any intelligence you have. We may be able to save these peace talks, but we will need proof.
All is vain. There is nothing new under the sun. When I told my commander about the Manus, all I received for my effort was scorn. Their eyes were not satisfied with seeing, nor their ears with hearing. Kings and generals yet still turn a blind eye to the suffering. If they had a shred of the light of God within them, they would never have pursued this war. As for the Foundation, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and what is wanting cannot be numbered. I have no faith in them.
She looks away, pulling her cloak tighter.
That is all I have to say.
Spare him.
Charon speaks, the change in his voice now more acute, more vivid and more personal.
Eberhard Braun, I need you to spare his life.
Neither mercy nor vengeance is mine to give.
Interesting. Why would he need him be spared?
It is officially 1920. I wonder at other people's impressions of this war. From what I've seen, there are two contrasting views, though in various forms. One of heroism, and the other, sadness. There is one truth which I have found bridges both of these visions. Despite how cruel it may sound, this war is the prelude of a new era. I have to believe that, because if this death and destruction so unparalleled in history does not herald change, then there is no hope for humanity.
How bleak.
Well, there is Grayish. The leader of the 12 stands on the streets of Montpellier, looking over where Colonel Hirschfelder was killed. By the time he arrives, all other military forces have withdrawn. Only the Foundation remains on site to guard the ruins of the town.
Blackbird, give me a hand.
As soon as I finish my bread, Beagle.
Hey! His team has already begun shoring up the town's defenses, their line pulled back to just a corner of the street.
There are 122 armed personnel available at your disposal, sir. 23 of them are Arcanists. I've brought you their profiles.
He takes the personnel file from the security staff member, eyes shifting toward the makeshift HQ flying the Foundation flag.
Right then. I'll read through these. Now get back to your position. I need eyes on our command post.
Yes, sir.
The staff member walks away, and in the same moment, a curiously armored field medic approaches.
Marsha, is it?
You recognize me, Mr. Grayish?
Oh, they're not related?
I read your report on my way here. You're the one that encountered our sniper. Twice now, I hear.
Unless they're trying to hide it?
Correct. I have some additional details about my encounters. The first is that I appear to have been followed out into the forest the first time. I was warned on my device just after the shooting.
If they're not related, why would Grayish be so concerned with her safety?
Never mind that. What about the other thing?
That doesn't concern you? Fine. The other thing is that I have reason to believe our sniper is a gargoyle.
A gargoyle?
There are records of gargoyles participating in this war as part of arcane skill response units. They're able to petrify their bodies at will, making them immune to small caliber arms. And I believe they're able to render themselves undetectable.
Sounds as if you've fought them before.
The assumption pierces her more cleanly than any bullet, but she forces the emotion down, giving an answer as truthful as she can bear.
You could say that.
It would go far to explain how she managed to enter Montpay without being noticed. I'll have to ask HQ to send us a counter-Arcanum device. She shot the Colonel, but then slipped out, leaving our own agents unharmed. We can't be sure of anything, but we can't rule out that she may possess reliable intel about the Manus.
Okay, is Marsha gonna tell him that Sentinel told her that the Colonel was a Manus? Or was manipulated by the Manus? Rushed footsteps interrupt Kratos' thoughts.
Mr. Grayish?
Who the hell is this guy now? The newcomer is obviously out of place. The sort of well-dressed that usually comes with fanfare.
I'm Herr Georg Kramer from the Interfactional Committee. I've come on behalf of the Reichstag to start another round of negotiation with the Foundation.
Didn't you get the message? The parley has been cancelled, Herr Kramer. Seems there's no more room for negotiations. My job now is to investigate the possible involvement of Manus Vindictae.
The visitor steps forward, though he lowers his voice. A trace of urgency and excitement leaks through.
Precisely what I'm here for, sir.
Oh?
We received a warning from the Foundations that Manus Vindictae has infiltrated our armed forces and is attempting to usurp our rightful authority. I am worried this may be true. I do not intend to lie, sir. Germany lies on the verge of total collapse. Both politically and rationally speaking, we have no reason to continue this war. Yet it seems our army command is out of control. They are determined to drive this war to its bitter end, regardless of the misery and death they are causing. And I have reason to believe the Manus are behind it.
I take it Army Command is not aware of your visit then, Herr Kramer.
The observation is sharp, to the point, and quite obviously correct. Perhaps to reassert some authority, the man arcs his shoulders back, adopting an almost regal pose.
I represent the majority of the Reichstag, sir, as well as the office of the Imperial Chancellor.
For everyone just listening in, Reichstag is Parliament.
We are united now. All we need is some hard evidence. If it can be proven to His Imperial Majesty and to the Reichskanzler that Army Command has been infiltrated by this Manus cult, I am certain we will have the authority to end this.
So, you're asking me to share the results of my investigation to root out the rotten apples in your army?
I am, sir. We will do everything we can to restart the parley once we take control.
His head bows deep and serious, though the sudden winter wind tosses his hair and collar out of place. He pulls in a deep breath.
And we're willing to reach a ceasefire on certain conditions. I assure you, I'm not just saying this because of my stance. For the sake of my country and its people, this war must be stopped.
Alright. This guy looks genuinely concerned about the whole thing and wants to end it. Makes sense. But yeah, I do wonder then, so Marsha and Kraus have not, said anything, and she was kind of bewildered that he recognized her. I wonder what the hell the connection then is gonna be there. Why is he trying to protect her so strongly? I mean, the only logical conclusion I can come to with is if he has a soft spot for her for some reason, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe she was a nurse that fixed him up after something like. I mean, he has a very obvious wound on his face. Maybe she is a nurse that saved his life, and he is just trying to protect her. Could be also. Let's see what's in the box this time. First off, this one. Faraway sound. The ominous boom of artillery rolls again beyond the horizon. Once more, we can't tell who is attacking or defending, and we never know whether a stray shell will fall on our heads and blow the whole place to bits. That war's miles away, but I swear the chaos and gunfire sound like they're right here in my ear. Okay, Marsha. This is on the 20th. You seem to mourn the dead, but you don't realize how far you've set us back. We were nearing a ceasefire. The mysterious sniper arrives at the graveyard to pay her respects. Afterwards, she responds tersely to Marsha's questions. As they exchange words, Charon expresses a growing concern about his commander's well-being. The discussion between the three of them ends without a clear resolution. Yeah. Then we have 12 Squad. Led by Captain Krayos, Foundation Squad 12 arrives at the abandoned Montpeux safe zone to begin their investigation. The squad consists of many former elite operatives from the Vigil Bureau, their specialized skill sets proving crucial to the covert investigative missions on the Western Front. Okay, then the sniper known as Sentinel shares critical intelligence about Manus Vindicte. Meanwhile, 12 Squad arrives in the now desolate Montpeux. Okay. Miss Radio. From 12 Squad. Innumerable radio signals are transmitted from the front every day, but due to the technological limitations of this era, we are unable to receive all of them. We request that you lend your talents to help us receive as many as you can, especially any distress calls from soldiers. To a certain radio. Oh, Miss Radio is the only one for this one. Okay, cool, makes sense. Bzz. Tuning, there are so many messy signals at the front. I need more time to sort and receive them, but I'll do my best. Also, please promise me that you won't try to boost my reception by trying to swap my batteries. It only makes things worse. Remember that these tasks should be handled with patience. Don't touch my bomb. Krayos. So, you're asking me to share the result of my investigation to root out the rotten apples in your army. With authorization granted by the Foundation, the 12 proceeds into the abandoned Montpeux safe zone to carry out their investigation. Although most of the valuable assets have already been removed, they are still able to reconstruct several crucial clues from what remains. During this time, the field medic Marsha meets with Krayos and passes along information regarding a mysterious informant and the presence of the gargoyle sniper. These revelations significantly narrow their search for the assassin's identity. At the same time, Georg, a representative from the inter-factional committee, arrives secretly just beyond the boundaries of the active search zone. In a private exchange with Krayos, he voices his concerns about the growing control of Manus Vindicte over the military, hoping to pave the way for upcoming peace talks. Georg asks for Krayos' assistance in uncovering credible proof that links Manus to direct involvement in armed forces. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes, but we'll see about that next time. For now, I think this is gonna be a good place to stop. I don't know how many stages this chapter has. Actually, I don't think this thing tells me that. No, this thing only goes by points. I wonder how many stages this chapter has, considering this is a main story. I'm presuming it's definitely gonna be above 20. But yeah, there's a lot of text, honestly, even here for the beginning with the Sandbox thing and stuff. So interesting how they're doing this chapter. But I kind of like it, especially the Sandbox thing, because it kind of outlines all the events that are happening on the timeline, and like I said earlier as well, gives a bit of extra details, but interesting regardless how this is evolving. So Manus obviously infiltrated military personnel, probably on both sides, let's be clear here, and they're stoking the fires of war for even more chaos. The war is prolonged as as a direct result of it, and yeah, this is getting worse by the minute, basically. But interesting so far. Pretty interesting. I wonder... I'm mostly wondering about where Sentinel right now is getting her intel about the Manus from. Or rather, what her specific beef with the Manus is. Like, where did this start? But I guess the story as we move in is gonna answer those questions more than likely. If not that, then in the future, when it gets re-added into the game, the character story for Sentinel is probably gonna explain it. But I'm presuming that this chapter is also gonna give some answer as to what her beef specifically is and how she came to know about the Manus before anything else, cause not everybody obviously seems to know about them. They're treating them as a cult as always, considering that the Manus is always working from the shadows. But interesting. We'll see next time how this is gonna continue. I am definitely curious. Just as a little thing here, just to see without reading anything. Okay, we're just moving into the front lines with Charon and probably his detachment. Okay, but yeah, anyway, this is where we're gonna be rounding this part up, and we shall continue next time. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this, but we'll see. We'll see next time. For now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider leaving a like. It would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel. Like I always say, no video will be behind a membership. It's purely there for support. So thank you very much to all the members already doing so. Much appreciated. And I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.